Hello, I'm Nigel Powell, and this is the Code Video Breakdown. And I would like to give you a beginner's guide to probably one of the most famous drum breaks in the world ever, Phill Collins' break from In the Air Tonight. First, we're going to do a tiny little bit of music theory, just so I can explain some things to you. So, we have a thing called a bar. This is a 1-bar drum break, and a bar is just a collection of beats. And in this case, it's 4 beats. So the bar goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple enough. And then, as musicians, so we like to know where we are. A bar is one thing. Those beats you just heard there were 4 of them in the bar, so we call them those quarter notes, because there's 4 of them in the bar. If you do 8 beats in the bar, then we call those eighth notes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But because musicians, especially drummers, not so good at counting to high numbers, we actually don't bother counting up to 8. We just say "and" in between each of the quarter note beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Easy enough. And then we can divide it again into 16 beats, and those are 16th notes. Once again, we don't want to count up that high, so we're just going to say 1 E and a. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E. Good. We are going to put some things on musical notation for you. There's actually no absolutely hard and fast rules about drums, but we're going to put the bass drum right down at the bottom of the stave, and then there's no cymbals, so we're not going to bother with them. There's actually no snare drum in this drum break either, so we're not going to bother with that. But there are six tom-toms, so we'll just put them running down from the top in a line. So first, let's hear just the bass drum playing in quarter notes. Now we've got 6 toms, so let's play 1/8 note on each tom, and then we'll put 2 kick drums at the end to make 8, and that will be another bar. Easy enough. Now this drum break is in 16th notes, so we'll play 2 notes on each of the toms, 16th notes, and then at the end we'll play 2 8th notes on the kick. That's a drum break, not the right one, doesn't sound much like it so far. So what's happening, the main trick of this is it's a repeating pattern that goes hands, hands, feet, hands, hands, feet, hands, hands, feet. Good German friend of mine, hands, feet. And it does that 4 times and then finishes with 2 8th notes. All of these happens on 2 adjacent toms. So I'm doing the smallest one and the next one, 2 on there, and then the next 2 along, 2 on there, and then a foot, and then 2 on there, and then a foot, and then 2 on there, and then a foot, and then lastly, right down the bottom on the 2 biggest toms, it's 2 8th notes that finish off. So let's see that slowly. Okay, beginning to sound a bit more like it now. Let's go a little bit faster. And finally, up to the speed of the song without the track. So that's how you do the drum break for Phill Collins in the Air Tonight. Let's hear a little bit of it in context. Hope you're all staying safe out there. This all will pass. Try not to worry.